5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. What is going on YouTube? It's your boy George Ambrose Bay coming to you all the way live from the beautiful, did I say beautiful? Did I say beautiful? Beautiful city of Berlin, Germany. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about my personal development planner. Alright, so this is basically my morning routine video part 2, which is just as important. So if you haven't watched the morning routine video, click pause, go to my previous video and watch it because it's very important. This is the part 2, so if you're not going to understand this video if you haven't watched my morning routine video, alright? And as I said, in this video I'm going to talk to you about my little secret, the personal development planner. And the way I structured this video is I'm going to explain to you, since this product I haven't created yet, I'm still thinking about creating, you could still do it at home yourself too. And so the way you do this at home is all you need is a planner, get a ruler, a few pens, a few colors, and together I'm going to show you how you create your own personal development planner. And hopefully in the future, once I have enough saved up, once I have a proper template, I'm going to produce this and start shipping and selling them all around the world, so that everyone that's interested can improve their life. And remember guys, what gets measured gets accomplished. And with this, I am going to promise you, you're going to measure everything you actually focus on measuring. Alright? So stay tuned, and I said, get something to write down, get a planner, get a notepad, get some coloring pens, and of course a pen and a paper. Alright? And I'll see you soon. Alright guys, so the two terms you're going to have to learn or know about are Kaizen and habits. Alright, so for this personal development planner, what I've created after 5 years of reading thousands of books and listening to thousands of podcasts and YouTube videos, thousands, that's a lot, hundreds, to be honest, hundreds, let's not go too crazy, is that what I've noticed, what's kept on coming over and over again, are these terms, Kaizen and habits. And what does Kaizen mean? Kaizen is a Japanese word which basically means, Kai stands for change, Zen stands for good. So change good or good change. And so the Kaizen theory is a theory that the Japanese car company Toyota focused on each time they had an issue. And so instead of changing an entire department or changing or eliminating an entire department, they focus on little steps day after day after day that when they compound, that improved the company in the long run. And so this same theory you could use on yourself. So if you focus on changing and improving, but not making dramatical steps, but making little wins, like yes, today I improved, today I was moving forward, yes, 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 by the end of the year you're going to be so much closer to your goals compared to someone who thinks, okay, I want to change 30% by summer, or 50% by December. And once they reach that point and they realize, oh, I haven't changed as much as I wanted to, they'll be depressed. And most of the times when they are depressed, they will not focus on their goals anymore, they'll just give up. And so the Kaizen theory is very important. As I mentioned in the other video, if you're not growing, you're dying, okay? We do not live in a video game. If you're not growing, if you're not thinking about improving yourself every single day, you're basically dying. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards, alright? And the second term is habits. We all know what habits are. Human beings are creatures of habits. I repeat that. Human beings are creatures of habits. And so the habits you impose on yourself, the standards you also impose on yourself are very important. They're going to determine your future. So before I continue, I'm going to talk to you about good and bad habits. And so for example, a bad habit is smoking. So if you're smoking every single day, by the end of the year, by the end of 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're gonna get lung cancer. That's a bad thing. It's not gonna happen in the beginning. As I said, little incremental steps. Even though they are bad habits, if you're doing bad habits today, tomorrow a bad habit, the day after tomorrow a bad habit, next week, next month, next year, this compounds, then at the end, boom, you have lung cancer. And whose fault is it? It's your own fault. And what is a good habit? A good habit is exercising. So if you're exercising every day, today I'm going to exercise, tomorrow I'm going to exercise, next week, next month, and if you if you do that, by the end of the year, by within 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're gonna be very healthy and you're gonna be glowing. You're gonna be a proper machine, okay? Because if you take care of your body's gonna take care of you. As I said, good habits and bad habits go. Good habits and bad habits could be also imposed with the Kaizen theory, because they compound, then at the end of the year, bang, something big is going to happen. So if you have bad habits and keep on doing it, they're going to lead to even huger and bigger problems. But if you have good habits and keep on improving and working on the good habits, at the end of the year, you're going to be so much more closer to your goals, and you're going to even feel so much better about yourself because you're doing good habits. All right? Alright guys, now I'm going to explain to you more about habits. So, for habits, to create a new habit, you need a cue, a routine, and a reward. This is called the habit loop. And so, as a cue, let's say you want to start exercising in the morning. You need a cue. You need to purposely create something that's going to force you. It's going to like ignite the spark for you to actually do the habit. Then you're going to get the reward from the habit. For example, if you want to start exercising, your cue could be like, okay, I want to start exercising. I'm having difficulties getting up in the morning and going jogging. And so what I recommend you doing is that pack your sports bag the night before and put it next to your bed. Or pack up your protein your protein cup, all right, and put it on the table, put it in the kitchen, put it on the dinner table or on your desk. It doesn't matter where it is. So the moment you get up in the morning, let's say if you focus on packing your bag, that's going to be your cue. Your gym bag is going to be your cue. So put your gym bag next to your bed. And so when you get up in the morning, when you see your gym bag and it's packed and you see your clothes hanging, your gym clothes, that is the cue. You'll be like, okay, I see the cue. That's the spark. Then your routine is like, okay, I see the cue. I see my gym bag. I'm gonna put on my clothes. I'm gonna go to the. Your routine is you going to the gym. Your reward is the dopamine, the feeling you get after the gym, the self-confidence you have. Like, yes, I exercised. I feel good about myself, and so that's the reward. And so this is the habit loop. That's not. It's not only for sports. Let's say if you want to, how you call it? What other good habit, if you want to start reading more often. So your cue could be that you have a certain book you want to read, but you never find the time. Put that book somewhere where the moment you see the book, you know that, oh, you're going to be reading, and the reward is that you have more knowledge. You're smarter, you're more aware, you know what's going on in the world, okay? So, as I said, the habit loop is very important because now that you know that there's a loop, you could break it. And the same thing for bad habits. You could reverse engineer it. Okay? So let's say cue, routine, reward. That's how the habit loop happens. And if you want to stop an habit, let's say you're smoking too much and you want to stop smoking, there has to be something that makes you want to smoke. That's why seeing other people smoking, that's a cue. If you want to stop smoking, if you say, okay, I want to stop smoking, but there's a difference between stopping and becoming a non-smoker. First of all, the language you choose is very important itself. If you want to stop smoking, it's going to be harder because you're a smoker who stopped. And so if you see anyone else smoking, that's going to ignite the cue, and your routine is that, oh shit, hey bro, can I have a cigarette? Or then you're going to take out your own cigarette, and your reward is the feeling you get after smoking. But it's a bad habit. And so to reverse engineer it, first of all, what you should do is once you start stopping smoking, you should surround yourself with people who do not smoke. And the language you use is very important. You should not be a non-smoker. You should say you've quit. Okay? If you're a non-smoker is someone who used to smoke but doesn't. And you're fighting, that's really hard. You're like, yeah, I'm a non-smoker. But the language you use saying that I'm someone who quits, then you won't have that fight anymore. If someone offers, instead of saying, no, I'm a non-smoker, sometimes you're like, okay, you're going out with your friends, you're drinking, you're a little bit tipsy, you're like, okay, fine, I'll have one. Then you're still in the bad habit loop. But if someone offers and you say, I quit, I do not smoke anymore, then you don't have that fight with yourself, okay? You know what I mean? So a cue, a routine, and a reward. That's the habit loop, okay? Alright guys, so I explained to you how habits work. You need a cue, then you have your routine, then you have your reward. Alright? And so these are a list of good and bad habits. These are just an example, and obviously my target market, since I'm a guy, are guys between the ages of 14 and 35. And so I know these habits are not for everyone, but as I said, I'm focusing on my target market. Okay, so these are bad habits for guys which are usually ages 13 all the way to 35 and even higher, but 13 to 35 is my main target market, which I've noticed from the Google and YouTube analytics. Alright, let's start with the good habits. What are good habits? Good habits. Reading. Reading is very important. Reading is a very good habit. So if you're someone that reads a lot, that is very good. But when I say reading, not always fiction books. I prefer reading non-fiction, because non-fiction self-help books are very important. So if you could read a book a week, which I am doing, that is a very good habit. Imagine the information, the knowledge you will get reading a book a week. By the end of the year, you're going to be so much more smarter, so much more further in your life than your friends and your family who don't even read at all. The average human being reads 2 books a year. 2 books. That is nothing. So if you want to go forward with your life, you have to start reading more often. As I said, a book a week is a little extreme. Try reading a book a month. So that's 12 books in 1 year. That is a really good, that's a really good statement. But if you notice, okay, 12 books a year is good but not enough, do what I'm doing, reading a book a week. And the way I read a book a week, when I say I read a book a week, I'm usually focusing on non-fiction, so self-help books, and audiobooks are also just the same. If you've seen my book review of Managing Oneself, you will notice that everyone else is different. I learn differently than the way you learn, and so with me, I could read too, but I even learn faster and better by listening to audiobooks. And so if you can listen to 1 audiobook a week and in your free time, or instead of watching TV and stuff like that, that is a really good habit. Alright? Learning. Learning is one of the most important habits which you're gonna have to do until you die. Okay? I'm not a huge fan of schools, because schools, this is a bubble we're in. Okay? It cannot be that children in India, Africa, and South America can't even afford to go to school or have to walk miles, 10 miles just to go to school, while others in America pay $300,000 for 2 semesters. So we are living in a bubble, and this bubble is going to explode sooner or later. What I'm focusing on, so I am really against school. You don't have to go to school. What is important is education, learning. So you have to learn every day. If you're not learning, if you're not growing, you're dying. That's why, guys. If you're not growing, you're dying. So learn every day. So even if you cannot afford to go to Harvard, to Princeton, or to Yale, whatever, or to Oxford, at least learn. Learn every day. Let's say, for example, you want to learn business and you cannot afford to go to the best business school in the world. First of all, what you could do is buy a business book and every morning read 1 hour, okay? Read 1 hour of that business book every morning. By the end of the year, you're gonna know exactly how the business world works. But, as I said, reading is not the only thing. You also have, and learning is not the only thing. You also have to pull the trigger and take action. Taking action is very important, okay? Exercising. Exercising is also one of these habits which you are gonna have to do till you die, okay? Always have to be you always have to be exercising. What I don't get is nowadays we're always sitting down, we're not moving that much. Human beings are really powerful creatures, guys, okay? You won the lottery of the universe, okay? You are a human being. You're the most important and special being in this entire universe, okay? You won the lottery already, so don't just waste your life, okay? Would you rather be reborn as a dog, as a let's say a cockroach, a mouse, a tree? No, you're a human being. You could have become anything in this universe, but you became a human being. So that is you already won the lottery. And so you could have been an alien in Mars. You could have been an alien in a different planet, but you're a human being, okay? So you already won the lottery. So now learn, read, grow, exercise every single day. These are good habits. If you focus on these habits, you're going to be so much further than the entire population who doesn't focus on these habits. Respecting other people. Respecting other people is also a very important habit, because treat your neighbors the same way you want to treat yourself. And as I said, I'm not an expert in this. I also have my flaws, but these are good habits which you should focus on every single day. Being punctual. Okay, this is I've noticed since I'm living in Germany, this is a very, very, very big deal here. The German punctuality. Germans are also known for their punctuality. So being punctual, if you say you're going to meet someone at 10 o'clock, be there at 10. And a trick I have for being punctual, all of my watches and clocks are always 10 minutes ahead. They're always 10 minutes ahead. Never being late, because if you're late for a meeting, or if you're meeting someone and you're not on time, it already sets the tone. The person already knows this person does not have his life in order, okay? So if you come late to, let's say, a job interview, or if you come late to a date, or if you come late to a meeting with someone, they're gonna think that you need to have your shit together. You're too all over the place. So being punctual is a very, very important habit for young adults. Now we're gonna be talking about bad habits. So procrastination, as I said, for millennials, this is one of the biggest bad habits that is gonna haunt you to the rest of your life. Okay, procrastinating is not a good thing. And I know the main reason you're procrastinating is you don't have a main goal, okay? You don't have a purpose. You don't know what you want in life. And so if you don't know what you want in life, you're not going to be eager to go for it. And this could be because of the internet, because nowadays we have too many options. Our parents and our grandparents had very limited options in what they wanted to do with their life, their career, their health, even the person they want to marry. But nowadays we have way too many options, and if you have too many options, you're going to hesitate, you're not going to decide. So procrastination is a really, really huge thing for millennials. So stop procrastinating, find your purpose, work on your purpose till the day you die. Then you won't be procrastinating anymore, okay? Another bad habit is smoking, okay? Smoking is a bad habit, and this is basically the kettle calling the pot black, because I also I don't enjoy smoking, but I also have a bad habit, which is smoking, which I'm trying to cut down myself. But as long as you know, okay, I'm gonna cut down on this bad habit, then that is what you should do. So as I said, smoking is also a very bad habit, and as I mentioned earlier, if you continue doing it day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, you're gonna have a huge bang, which is you're gonna get lung cancer, okay? So as I said, smoking is a very bad habit. Drugs, okay? Drugs the amount of drug consumption has skyrocketed. Millennials keep taking drugs. Drugs are not good for you, okay? The mass people of lives live a quiet life of desperation, okay? A lot of people are desperate, are not happy, they don't know what they want in life, and so what else? If you're not feeling good, you start smoking up, you start taking other stuff, okay? And so you should not do that. It's not good. I'm not gonna be the person who's gonna be like, okay, no, drugs are bad for you. I know sometimes you're not doing so well. Sometimes shit is not doing good, and so you need an escape. I understand that. We all have hard times. But if this bad habit continues and continues and continues, well, you're gonna be addicted. And as a millennial myself, I know a lot of people who are not admitting to themselves, but they're addicted. And once you're addicted, it's really a slippery slope to fucking up your life. And so, as I said, try, for all of you millennials who are taking or consuming too much drugs, try to cut down. At least you know, try being aware of it. At least you know, okay, oh guys, I smoke too much weed, I should cut down. Cut down. Or I take too much this or that, too much, whatever it is. Try to cut it down, because once you get addicted to it, you're gonna need it. And if you don't have it, then you're gonna be like, okay, where is it? So as I said, try to cut down on drugs. Oops. forgot that. So, the fourth bad habit, I'm telling you guys, that millennials or young adults, young men between the ages, or boys between the ages of 30 and 35, have a problem with watching too much TV or watching too much porn. As I said, TV is not really good for you. I don't even have a Netflix account. I don't even get this entire hype of Netflix. You are not going for your goals, you're procrastinating, you're depressed that you're not doing anything with your life, but you have time to watch thousands of series on Netflix. So you think, how do you think this is going to go on forward? Guys, your time in this world is very limited. If you rather focus on Netflixing and chilling, or watching TV or watching series, and then in 5-10 years you're not there where you want to be, guess who it is to blame? It's your fault, okay guys? It's your fault. So watching TV is a very bad habit. It's called television programming for a reason. So try to cut it back. If you know that you're doing it, if you know that you're watching too many series, too many movies, then cut it down. YouTube videos is a different thing. YouTube videos, unless you're watching cat videos or music videos, of course that's not improving you. But as I said, if you're watching lectures, or if you're watching, you're listening to podcasts, that's alright. But watching TV entertainment, that is not a good habit. Another really bad habit amongst young men is watching too much porn. Okay, guys, you have to stop masturbating, okay? There's this nice Reddit called the NoFap Reddit, a subreddit. Try to subscribe to that and try not masturbating for a week, a month, a year. Try doing that, because the fact that you're doing that, you're objectifying women, and that's not a good thing, okay? Because then you're gonna be like rabbits. It's not a good thing. So try to cut down and eliminate. And most guys don't want to admit this, but it's huge. The industry, I don't even have to know who has this addiction. I know that the industry itself, if you Google how much they make billions a year, up to 50-60 billion. And so that, for them to make that much money, I know that this market is huge. And so for you young men, young adults, stop watching porn. Binge eating, okay? The next bad habit is binge eating. Okay, binge eating is this feeling where if you're not feeling so happy, you're feeling depressed, and so you eat, then you eat some more, then you're gonna be in this like food coma where you're like, but then after that you feel depressed about yourself. So binge eating is a very bad habit, okay? If you know that you're in your binge eating phase, like you're eating way too much, try to cut that back. At least become aware, guys. The most important thing you should do is becoming aware of the habit. For most people don't even know they have a bad habit, but if you're aware, then at least you're conscious. Okay, this is a bad habit. I should not do this. I should stop doing this. Okay, so binge eating is a very bad habit. Okay, these are a list. As I said, this is just an example. Everyone, based on where you grew up, your family, your environment, we all have different good and bad habits. With good habits, everyone should be, these are good habits which everyone around the world should do and can do. However, with the bad habits, it's different towards everyone else. Not everyone has the same bad habits as each other. And so this has just been an example, but as I said, we have the good habits and the bad habits. Become aware of these habits, okay? Become aware of these habits. If not, read. There's so many books out there which teach you about habits. Okay?